Thank goodness it's Friday despite the short week.
What are your plans for the weekend? Never mind, we really don't want to know.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back. It's Friday, January 24th, 2014. This is Allie Beta.
And this is Brandon Patterson. Today we talk like a grizzled prospector day.
What on earth is that supposed to mean?
On January 24th, 1848, James Marshall discovered gold while building a sawmill for John Sutter in Colma, California. These few nuggets ultimately led to the gold rush.
And the prospectors were the guys that went out to find the gold?
Yep, dagnabbit.
Was that your rather poor attempt to talk like a grizzled old prospector?
Well, you sound as mad as a March hare with all its pshaw. So why don't you push your burro?
Just stop.
Sorry, moving on. Teachers, please check to see if who is showing respect by not talking when you are talking.
Believe it or not, people, what you have to say can wait.
When you talk over the teacher, you are basically saying, I don't care what you're putting time and effort into teaching me. I'm just going to ignore you.
Please reward students that are showing respect by not speaking when you are with 3 more stamps.
So obviously, we are devolving into respect.
Respect is a two-way street.
You have to give it in order to get it, whether or not you like the person that you are dealing with.
So work on showing respect by following school rules as well as being kind to others.
So now on to some announcements or reminders.
After-school detention is going on this week.
Some people are learning the hard way that administrators are serious about this.
ASD will run Monday through Wednesday on a weekly basis.
If you are tardy to classes out of dress code, you will be required to attend after-school detention the following day or at the beginning of next week.
Here's a list of other things that you can do so you can avoid ASD and Saturday school.
Do your homework.
Rate AR books and earn points on them.
And complete accelerated math objectives.
It needs to be said that detention trumps tutoring or athletic practice.
And if you skip ASD the first time, you will get Saturday school.
Speaking of Saturday school, that will have 2 parts.
Academics and discipline.
If you skip Saturday school even the first time, you will immediately earn out-of-school suspension.
This is a change from earlier announcements.
Both math and reading are extremely important skills that you will use your entire lives.
So be sure to get your requisite AR points per quarter and get your accelerated math objectives done.
We know that 8th graders need 50 of those this quarter.
It doesn't matter what you end up doing if you can't read and understand what you do.
Or complete basic math computations. It makes it hard to be successful in whatever you choose to do.
So you might want to try a bit harder in your dress or in your class if you want to avoid mandatory tutoring and more positive behaviors.
Such as the types of behaviors that will earn you a positive note home.
Be sure to get those in for a prize drawing each Friday.
Also, on a positive note, we'd like to give a shout out to all the blue and gold card holders this quarter.
Obviously, you guys motivated yourselves enough to do your best in school.
And that's all we have for the administrative reminders for the day. This has been Allie Beta.
And Brandon Patterson. Announcements are up next.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Chris Fletcher.
And I'm Angelina Chavez with the morning announcements.
First up, if you were taken out of PE at the beginning of this semester, you need to bring your lock back to either Mrs. Case or Mr. Field.
Also, don't forget to pre-order your yearbook for $20.
If you pass on this chance, you may not be able to get one after they are delivered.
In the meantime, please continue to bring in box tops to support the PTA.
Also, PTA can't afford to sponsor stuff.
Also, be sure to visit them in the Central Pod on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays for snacks.
Also, be sure to pay attention to the Word of the Week segments.
These are simple ways to remembering how to approach certain test words.
Plus, there will be red tickets handed out to those that are particularly good at explaining the words.
So keep on the lookout so that you can be eligible for prizes.
Finally, we just wanted to give you a heads up for January 27th.
Can you say free dress passes?
Those will be on sale today and Friday at lunch with Miss G for $2.
And on Monday morning with Dr. Clayton for $3.
That's it for now. This has been Chris Fletcher.
And Angelina Chavez. Stay tuned for the next installment of the Word of the Week, followed by clubs and events are next.
What? No, I have been listening. First, you began your lesson by explaining that animals need to adapt to their environment in order to survive. Then you gave us an example that included polar bears, and if they were to move to a warmer climate, they would have to adapt in order to survive. That concludes our lesson on animals adapting in the environment. Oh, snap!
This is Jordan Rubidoux.
And I'm Promise Wick with clubs and activities.
Mr. Cordova's computer club will be kicking a geek next Tuesday in a cyber cafe.
And next Wednesday, Drama Club will be meeting in the studio right after school.
Battle of the Books will also be meeting after school today, except for 7th grade that meets on Thursday during lunch.
Or there's the Pre-Engineering Club, who rumor has it is preparing for Robot Wars.
Then on Thursday you can join Environmental Club in room 120 and help save our planet.
As for the Orchestra Club, you guys will not be meeting either this week or for the remainder of the month.
Ms. Bowen, along with 3 of our own, will be rehearsing with Pikes Peak Honor Orchestra.
However, you can be a part of the paparazzi and meet with your book.
And of course there's also Scratch with Miss Addison and her programming experts.
And as for a bit of a change of pace, we have something for Friday as well.
National Junior Honor Society will be meeting in room 143.
Finally, don't forget that the activity bus is available for all after-school activities. This has been Promise Wick.
And Jordan Rubidoux. Sports is up next.
Good morning, JSAA. I'm Kalia Jackson.
And I'm CJ Wheelock with KRKT Sports.
We got plenty going on.
The boys' basketball season continues in an away game against Galileo.
That will go on at 4:30 on Monday the 27th, followed on Wednesdays against West.
The UCAN Rally for All soccer team on Thursday.
That game starts at 5:30.
Now for intramurals.
Indoor soccer, Wednesdays continued next week.
And Friday we'll have battle ball in the gym.
And as always, your behavior must be perfect in order to participate in any morning intramurals.
And also it helps to be in the gym by 7:15 a.m.
And don't forget that on Sunday, February 2nd, the Broncos will be facing off against the Seahawks in the Super Bowl at the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey.
And well wishes to all of the athletes that will be participating in the Winter Olympics in Sochi, Russia from February 7th through the 23rd.
And that's it for JSAA Sports. But before we go, we have the joke of the day.
This one's for all of you math people out there.
What did the students say to the math worksheet?
What?
I'm not a therapist. Solve your own problems.
Cute. That's it for now. This has been CJ Wheelock
And Clea Jackson. Before we go, would everyone please rise for the pledge?